Hello everyone, my name is Miguel Alexander Arteta León, and today I'm going to talk about principles of language assessment. So, in order to design a good assessment, we have to be aware of the 5 principles of language assessment, which are practicality, reliability, validity, authenticity, and wordback. The first one is practicality. So, a practical assessment stays within budgetary limits. It means that does not exceed material resources, can be competed by the taker within appropriate time constraints, has clear directions for administration, and this principle be aware more in the human resources, in the effort and the time of the activity. The reliability is a consistent and dependable assessment, gives clear directions for scoring for the evaluation, has uniform rubrics and consistent application of the rubrics, and contains unambiguous items and tasks. The factors that contribute to test and reliability are students related reliability. It means of the feelings that the students have during the activity, which are anxiety, nervous. The rated reliability means the experience of the teacher. The test administration reliability, it means of the factors which interrupt the class, such as the noise of the street, or maybe the distractions during the class. And the final is the test reliability. It takes care about the format of the test or the assignment, to be objective or subjective. The next principle is validity. According to Granla, validity is the extent to which inferences made from assessment results are appropriate, meaningful, and useful in terms of the purpose of the assessment. So measures exactly what it proposed to measure, relies as much as possible on empirical evidence, and involves the performance that samples the test criterion, its objectives. So takes care the language objectives, because it takes care meaningful information and supported by a theoretical rationale or argument. The next principle is authenticity, contains language that is natural as possible, has items that are contextualized rather than isolated, includes meaningful, relevant, and interesting topics, provides some thematic organization to items such as through a storyline or episode, and offers tasks that replicate real-world tasks. And finally, we have the washback. So it refers about the influence of the teacher and the influence of the activity, can be positive or negative. So positively influences what and how teachers teach, positively influences what and how learners learn, offers learners a chance to adequately prepare, give learners feedback to enhance their language development, is more formative in nature than summary, and provides conditions for peak performance by the learner. So in this exercise, we have to analyze the principles of the language assessment. So the assessment says, a high school biology teacher frequently reads aloud a prepared biology-related statement. Then he asks students to hold their hands under their chins and signify whether the statement is true or false by showing a thumbs up for true and thumbs down for false. Depending on the number of students who respond incorrectly, the teacher may have students present arguments for both sides. he may prepare students and ask them to discuss the concept further, or he may decide that he needs to present the same concept using a different representation or instructional approach. So in my opinion, this assessment applies the practicality principle because they care in the effort of the students according to the activity, because it does not exceed material resources. It's only take care of the human resources, because the students are asked to participate, presenting arguments and discussing. So practicality is applied in this assessment. So how about validity? So in my opinion, it's applied because it's based in a content, it's based in a concept. So the validity is according to the learning objectives, and of course, is based in the contents of the course. The third one is reliability. So then the instructions are clear, because the students have to hold their hands under their chins and signify whether the statement is true or false by showing a thumbs up for true or thumbs down for false. So according the activity or according their answers, they have to present arguments, and also they have to discuss. So it's applied the reliability because the instructions are clear, but the things that we have not clear here is about the score or the evaluation. So the teacher may explain this part more clear about the evaluation, or maybe which team or which students will have points according to their responses. So the next principle is authenticity. In my opinion, it's applied because in this activity, the students have to discuss about different topics that are interesting. And also they discuss in a familiar language, and also they can do different representation about the things that they learn in the course. So finally, the watchback, in my opinion, is applied because the teacher has a positive influence in their class, because he has to take decisions, and also it's a formative assessment because we are talking about instructional approach. So it's formative because the teacher is aware about the content, is not aware about grades. Teachers be careful only in the content. Thank you very much. The resource.